Yeah, first of all, good morning, everyone. Thanks for the joining the class for today, day two. So today, we will discuss about the preparation activities for the SAP installation. So yesterday we discussed about the what are the what are the projects like implementation projects, support projects, migration, conversion. There are a lot of projects, but so installation, implementation project means SAP installation will comes under the implementation project. In the implement, we have to follow the SAP methodology. There is a procedure we have to follow that is called the SAP methodology we have to follow. There are some steps we need to follow. That steps we discussed yesterday. So as part of that steps we discussed yesterday, the some how to how to hire the team, people in which phase we have to do the installations and all those things here, right? So installation, what we required to perform the installation, right? To perform the installations are directly we can download the software, double click and it will be installed, right? But that is not the procedure for SAP. So in the media player, small software, you can download it, and you can do the installation. But SAP procedure is different here. The procedure is different here. Entire installation procedure is different here. Sir, what is that procedure? So for preparation for installation, we need to follow the hardware requirement. The hardware requirements then are and the software requirements we have to follow here. Hardware requirement and software. So hardware requirement means, sir, why we have to choose it? There is a hardware team, right? Or the infrastructure team, right? Or operating system team. They will take care of that one, right? Yes, it's true. They will take care of the hardware requirements and everything. But we should also know what procedure we have to follow. We should also know what procedures we have to follow to calculate this hardware requirements and everything here, right? So why? Because hardware sizing, hardware sizing here. The so hardware sizing means whatever the business requirements, whatever the business requirements, those requirements we are converting into technical requirements. We are converting. Suppose there are the 500 users are logging to the system. There is a lot of there is a so 20 GB the objects are coming to the system. Like that, you will get the requirement, right? So then here, so then we have to convert that requirement into the technical requirement, like how many CPUs we required, what is the RAM memory you required, what is the disk sizing, disk and network, how much network is required, right? Network. Then IOPS, input output, right? Network only it will come. So how much it will come? So how many IOPS it will come? Network bandwidth, storage, all those things will come as under the hardware requirements part here, right? The business requirement, maybe business requirement we will get from the customer, like so number of users who are working in the system. So and there are number of objects that are created in the system that we can perform it, right? So that we can, by using this one, we will get the requirement from the customer. So these are the number of users or number of objects we will get, right? The sizing is based upon the hardware sizing has two types here. One is the user based sizing here. User based sizing here. User based sizing. No one asks in detailed way. So why? Because no one asks this implementation side. No one asks questions here. All are support projects only. Support side you will get. But we have to discuss these things as well. Even though 1 or 2 days time waste also, we have to discuss this one also. The second one is the object based sizing. Object based. Objects means data. So data based sizing, how much data flow you are expecting, how many users are working. So based upon these two things, either any one of the thing we can calculate the sizing. We can calculate the sizing here, right? So we can use there is a SAP there is a standard tool for the sizing that is called the Quick Sizer tool. Quick Sizer tool. Using this tool, we can calculate we can calculate the how much RAM we required, how much so many CPUs we required, what is the network, disk, all the information we can get from the quick sizer tool. This is SAP free tool. Everybody we can use in the browser, web-based tool. I mean to say web-based tool. This is the one of the browser-based tool. We can evaluate, we can calculate the how much memory CPU network. Even small laptop when you are purchasing the in Amazon, you do lot of groundwork, right? Like how many, what is the RAM memory, what is the model, what is the hardware, like that you do lot of groundwork in the system, right? Similarly, similarly for SAP is the business application. It is the front for the business application. So then how much groundwork you have to do as a architect level. So you have to do the very groundwork here, right? So that is the reason SAP provided the quick sizer tool. Based on that, we can estimate the sizing. One is either user-based sizing. User-based sizing means it is calculated based on the number of users who work on the system to different degrees of mechanisms. So either daily frequently they will log in or weekly ones, or the users are segregated as a low priority users, medium priority, high priority user, depends upon the steps, depends upon the work they are doing in the system here. Every day, every minute, every 1 hour they will log in. So how they frequently they will log in here. So here based upon the step here, based upon the step here, right? So that is the based upon the number of users and their how frequently they will log into the system. Second one is the object-based sizing, means throughput. Normally, one more method is called the object-based sizing or throughput-based sizing. Throughput means object. It is calculated number of objects are created a specific period of time. Suppose example, sometimes we are not sure how many users are logging, then object-based sizing, we have to do that one. Object-based sizing. So suppose example, a sales orders, a purchase order, invoices, billing. So suppose many things, production orders that are created in a average or year at time, like in a year interval, they are getting created. Why? Because system means SAP system means purchase orders, sales orders, billing, invoices. Lot of things will happen in the SAP system here. So changes are happens if changes are happening in the system here, right? So normally the residence time of the object is that resides. The every object, when you create the one object, every object, the residence time is the 7 years. The accounting purpose, they will keep in the 7 years minimum residence period. After that, they will sometimes they will keep more the residence time. Why? Because the object is the data is old and everything. Suppose like example, you purchased something from the Amazon, they will give you the 10 years warranty. Means 10 years data, your data should be stay in the system itself, right? The warranty period, license, everything should be stay in the system. So that time the residence period will change, right? The accounting purpose, they will store the same system, or they will do the archiving to the another server. They will store it, right? So they will store it here. So based upon that, based on that 5 years or 7 years period they will stay. Based on that, we need to calculate the how many objects will come into the systems specific period of time here. So this way, so object based sizing and in the user based sizing, we can do it here by using the sizing is performed by the quick sizer tool. Is a web based tool developed by the our SAP, developed by the our SAP, that will help to find out the list of hardware vendors, hardware sizing. So all the information will be provided in the quick sizer tool. Quick sizer tool here. Quick sizer tool here. Right? So how to open that tool here? It's simple. It's a browser-based tool here. It's a browser-based tool. You can log into the browser here. So just type the suppose like quick sizer tool, SAP quick sizer tool here. Just to calculate it here, then you will get the sizing here, right? So sizing means determining the hardware requirements. That what we discussed is memory, CPU, power disk, IO issue, network bandwidth, all those things here. Here you need to go to this will help customer to determine the hardware sizing. Normally in an organization, architect will do this kind of thing here, right? So, but we are discussing, that's not a problem here. Sizing to determine the, so see here, user based sizing, so object based sizing here, right? So this is, I think, recent one, customer performance test, but but this is the most frequently the used methods here, right? We can go to the quick sizer. There is a, so which database quick sizer is a web based tool designed to base on SAP application faster, developed by the, so SAP business requirement into technical requirement. Yeah, simple. So whatever we discussed, everything they have written here, that's fine. So here, so we can use the quick sizer tool here, either HANA based quick sizer tool or HANA cloud based quick sizer tool, or we have the options here. Previously we have only one quick sizer tool. If it is a non-HANA database, so we can use this one. It is the HANA, so we can use the this quick sizer tool, we can use it here. So here we can calculate the, here we can calculate the sizing here. It will calculate the, so it will ask the S user ID. S user ID, it will ask it here. So S user ID, why? Because in SAP, if you want to download anything or if you want to do, S user ID is required. Here we need to provide the project name. Suppose like, so any one project name, so like new system build. Okay. So click on the, okay. So here we have to provide the all the details here, inputs for hardware sizing. So what are the inputs we have to provide it here? So this is kind of a inputs. Create the project name, in the project information, the project name of the project. You can see the project name here. So you can see here the tree, navigation tree. So what is your system you are going to create for the HR business or finance business, sales, R&D, supply chain management, EWM. So which methods you are going to do that one, right? Suppose you are going to create for the sales and distribution, right? Sales or finance business or sales business. So sales, right? So then what is the estimation? What is the work days here? You can choose the default. That is fine. Default, you can keep it all those things here. Industry, what is the industry you are here? You are the chemical industry, government, education, which industry here? Mining, oil, gas, about like oil, gas. Suppose example, you can keep it here, right? New system build here, right? So here, what we can do here, so is it a new system build? Yes, new SAP system here. Then, so is it on-premises or cloud? On-premises here. Then what is the from the input here? Is it development system as development system? What is the operating system? Suppose like example, what is the database? Database. Suppose like example, it's HANA database. Then what is the details of the database? So HANA details, HANA 2.0, SPS 007. Okay. Current size of the GB, you don't know, right? Operating system. So it's a Linux box here. So details of the OS. So 15 SP05 is the latest version. So any communication requirement, if you have anything, you can write it. System availability. So from which the system availability here? So system availability. So Monday to all the days if you want system availability, right? So then, so you can just maintain. I would like to advise, or I would, if you know, then you can just make it. I would like to advise. So right, so you can fill all the details here. All the details actually we have to fill it out. All the details we have to fill. All the details we have to fill it out. Then you see, and the end user public network. So Ethernet. So server network. Suppose like what is the server network? Giga. Otherwise, I would like to advise what is the front end Windows LAN, front end, what you trying to use it. All the information we can fill it out. Actually, we have to fill all the details. So then industry, all the details we have to fill it, then calculate the results, then we should get the results here. So if something is missing here, then there is no input data provided for the customer. So please fill the all the details here. Please fill the all the details here. So then again we have to go to the all the details, clearly show my data. So we have to provide the all the data here. See, so rate here, sales you are trying to do here. So what is the user in the customer, number of concurrent users here, active users. So all the information, startup time, end time, we got the advice here, start time, end time here, right? Comments. So all the information we got it here, right? Standard sizing, user based sizing, and throughput based sizing here, right? So user based sizing here, number of users here, active users, right? So medium priority, high priority, low priority users here. Then we got all the details here. So then we can calculate the some information. We can calculate the how much time is required. So all the information, all the, so we can calculate the all the data and everything. We can calculate it. Also, we can find out the list of hardware vendors also, from where you need to purchase the hardware. So what are the hardware vendors? We can procure the hardware here, right? So who are the hardware vendors, right? So all the information they will clearly give in the details here. All the details they have provided here, right? All the details we will get the contact details. We can contact them. This way we can calculate the sizing here. This way we can calculate the sizing here. The sizing report kind of like a, you will get the how much OS, what is the operating system, which is the Linux, what is the operating system license here, right? OS and DB, memory, any third party tools you want to use it, infrastructure like, so then high availability, standby, backup, restore methods. So all those things here you will get it out. The sizing like how many number of CPUs, memory, disk storage, network you will get from SAP here, right? SAP, you will get all the things from SAP here, sizing results, right? All the information you will get it out from SAP here, right? So this is the way we can get the requirement here. Suppose if you got the RAM size, if you got the RAM size, suppose like RAM size you got like a SAP, right? So SAP blindly we can go for the 16 GB or 32 GB for the SAP non-production systems, 32 GB for the production application servers. We can take it out here. Suppose like 32 GB RAM for the your SAP application, you got the results, or one of your manager or client architect told that take the 32 GB. Then based upon the RAM, you will get the how many number of CPUs you will get. Then what is the network bandwidth here? What is the network? What is the storage? You can get it out. Storage, how much disk is required here? So space, free space is required. Then network, all the information. CPUs, suppose like CPUs means normally average one CPU, one physical CPU will handle the 16 GB of RAM memory, 16 GB of RAM memory here. So if it is the 2, then 32 GB. So which means two physical CPUs are required here, which means if your the RAM size is 32 GB, then you need the 32 GB, two physical CPUs are required here. So disk wise for SAP, right? SAP, so minimum 200, 250 GB, 200 free space required at OS level. SAP don't occupy the much memory here, right? Only DB. So DB here, right? Network 1 Gbps per second, 1 Gbps, 1 gigabyte per second, or so good network bandwidth. We can say like good network. It can't be the same good network here. So this all will comes under the hardware requirements, right? Hardware requirements here. RAM, CPU, disk, network. So all those things will comes under the RAM requirement here. So directly we can calculate this RAM size, we can take it out. So otherwise, if you when you are doing the sizing, you will get the how much RAM is required. That is also you will get it out. So normally people will blindly they will, as per the experience, they will take the for the production business operations, they will take the 32 GB RAM for productions. For non-production, they will take the 16 GB or 18 GB, 24 GB, like that they will take for the non-production systems here. Why? Because SAP applications will not use much memory. Only DB will use the memory. Why? Because the database will store the data which is coming from the SAP application. So, which will store the data from application here, right? So, these and all comes under the hardware requirements here, right? Hardware requirements here. So, then when it comes to the software requirements here, what are the softwares we required? What are the softwares we required for the installation here? So that is the one of the important thing here. This is where we have to do the very high concentration here. But because that and all OS team or a vendor team or they will take care of. But here the SAP software requirement here, we need to remember all these softwares and everything here, right? This is the very important one. So coming to the software requirements here, so in the service marketplace, we need to download the SWPM tool. This is for the installation tool. So then second one is the exports, right? Exports, then it contains the SAP standard data here, then kernel, and fourth one is called the DB client, then fifth one is called the SAP host agent. So installation tool. So in SAP, if you want to do any product installation, so in SAP, if you want to do any product installation, we have to use the SWPM tool is the installation tool. Any product installation, either ECC installation, either BW installation, NetWeaver installation, S4HANA installation, Fiori installation, warehouse EWM enhancements, anything, whatever it may be, we have to use the SWPM tool, we have to use it. So exports are like for each and every product, we have the separate exports are there. For ECC exports, NetWeaver exports, S4HANA exports, Fiori exports, then BW exports, CRM exports, SRM exports. So whatever the business product, SAP product you are going to install for the business, so you can download the respective product here, right? Respective exports we have to do. So kernel is also common. So any kernel is based on the operating system, based upon the OS. Is the Windows kernels, Linux kernel, we have to download it. So kernels are like a OS level binaries. Kernels are like a operating system level binaries here. OS level binaries means same whenever you download the Windows operating system, whenever you install it, how we will get the OS level binaries, same way you will get the OS level binaries here. OS level binaries, you will get Windows system 32 program files. So all those things you will get from SAP here. All those things you will get from SAP here, right? Operating system binaries here. DB client. So depends upon the DB. In the market, we have the many DBs are there. So whatever the database you are trying to install it, either SQL Server or Oracle or DB2 or MaxDB or Sybase or HANA database. Whatever the databases you want to install for your SAP applications, so you can download the relevant DB and their DB client, you can download it here. Relevant client, you can download it here. Relevant DB client, you can download it here. Right. That is the one thing here. Right. And the host agent. Host agent is like a operating system level service, which means it's a small agent. What the agent will do in the outside of in the movies or other, he will collect the information, he will hand over to the respective authorities, right? Same as like here also the host agent, host plus agent, host level, he will collect the host level information you will collect the host level information and will hand over to the SAP. Host level information means operating system level. It will collect it. Then we will hand over the details here. That is the one thing here, right? That is the one thing we have to we required here, right? So right, these are the list of softwares we have to download it here. So this one except export, remaining all are common for every. So today now you install the suppose ECC, tomorrow you want to install the suppose like NetWeaver system, then you don't need to download again SWPM, kernel, DB client. It's all are common. Only exports you need to download for the NetWeaver separately. So S4 exports you have to download separately. Fiori exports you have to download separately. That's it. But you don't need to download all the softwares here. These things you should remember here, right? How to download these softwares, right? How to download all your softwares here, right? So to log into the here, what happened? What happened? Oh, God. So to log into the marketplace here, we need to log into the service marketplace, right? To download the SAP software, how to download SAP software here, right? SAP softwares here, how to download SAP softwares here. To download the SAP software, so log into the SAP marketplace, which means so me.sap.com or service.sap.com or support.sap.com. Any site you can log in. Finally, it will go to the me.sap.com only. So it will ask the yes user ID. Then we need to provide the yes user ID here. We need to provide the yes user ID. We have to provide it here, right? So yes user ID, we have to provide it here, right? So then yes user ID starts with the S00 and number it will be. This will be created by the our company. When you join in the organization, company will provide you the yes user ID details and everything. So we have to use this S user ID to log into the SAP site and we can download the all the things, licenses, softwares, everything here. But this you will not get in the outside. Only company will provide that one. So this cannot be shared to anyone as well. Why? Because it's a security violation as well, right? So S user ID. So by login to the S user ID, we will go to the software download center. We can download the all the softwares. All the softwares we can download here. Software ID, right? So once you download the softwares, so how to download it here? Once you log into the here, go to the software center, then choose the select the installation and upgrade. Then so choose the respective respective alphabetical order and download. Choose the respective software and then download it. Download it. So which means you have to log into the service.sap.com. Let me show you. Let me show you here. Yes, this is the b.sap.com. And if you go to the service.sap.com, service.sap.com, so then it will navigate you through here. This is the software download center here, right? This is navigated to the software center here, right? Here, go to the systems provisioning here. So here you see that there is a download software. Oh, screen is fast. Just 1 minute. So you can just see the software download center here. Download center here. When you go to the me.sap.com systems provisioning, you will get the download center here. Download the SAP software in the me.sap.com here. So here we have the options here: installation and upgrades, support pack and patches, and databases. DB related softwares are here. DB2, So SQL Server, Oracle, MaxDB, Sybase, and HANA all are available here. So installation here, one good thing is in SAP, all the softwares. Why? Because we have the n number of products are there. So each and every product, all the softwares they have not merged here. So by alphabetical order wise, by alphabetical index wise, they have placed the softwares here. Suppose if you are downloading the kernel, right? K for kernel, right? K means you need to go to the K for kernel. So then here you need to download the kernel related 6 softwares. You have to download it here. Installation. Then what is the operating system? Then you can download the related kernel files. You can download it. When you click on this button, the files will be downloaded here. So then when you go back and see again here, so you are downloading the exports. That is the ECC exports. Then E for ECC exports here, ERP. So ERP exports here. Go to the ERP, 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 EHP 8 is the latest. The software versions we discussed, right? EHP 8 is the latest version here. So latest version, you can download it here. So you can also download old version, but SAP won't support here. So download the EHP 8, ECC 6.0, EHP 8. You can download it here, right? Suppose no, I don't want to do this one. I want to download the NetWeaver or CRM, SRM. C for CRM related softwares here, right? CRM related exports, you can download it here, CRM, right? No, I want to download some like S4 HANA related things. Yes, F means Fiori, E means ERP system, G for gateway Fiori, H for HANA, right? K for kernel. So MDZ, mobile, so all the comes under here. N for NetWeaver products, right? S for S4 HANA, success factors, all the softwares they have simply arranged in the placed into the alphabetical order wise here. Alphabetical order wise they have placed the all the softwares here. You can go to the respective tool set here. So suppose like SWPM. SWPM is the installation tool, which means yes, installation tool. So it will be in the SL tool set here. You can go to the SL tool set. Here installation you are doing, then you can download the SWPM, 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 SWPM. You can download it here, right? Suppose like S4 HANA. It's not the S4 HANA. You need to download the S4 HANA. Then S4 HANA software is available. So you see 2023 latest, 2022, 2021, 2020, 1909. So we have available, right? So these are the S4 HANA softwares which you have to download. So simply they have arranged in the alphabetical order wise here. Which product you want to download? You need to go to the respective letter, alphabetical letters, right? So let's suppose like you want to go for the portfolio or project management one thing or replication server or suppose like tax calculation server or MDZ server, Lumira. So whatever you want. So respective software we can download it here. Respective softwares you can download, and so once you download all the things here, once download it, move to the your application server level. Application server level we can move it here, means in which operating system you are doing the installation, you can move the all the softwares to the in that location here, right? In that location we have to move the all the softwares here, right? Then after that we can start the installation by using the SWPM tool. By using the SWPM tool we can start the installation here, right? So this is the way we have to download the softwares here, right? So simple software downloads, log into the service marketplace, download center, select the what are the softwares we required. So select the all the these are the softwares we required, all the softwares we can download it, right? SWPM exports, everything, whatever the latest versions, we can download it. We can do the installation here, right? So that is the one thing. So that is the software's download. But before we go for the installation here, there are the some technical terms that everybody should know about the some technical terms here before we do for installation, right? What is that technical terms means here? SWPM tool we required. SWPM tool. Sorry, technical terms means why software tools comes. So technical terms here, which means what is SID? So what is instance number, right? So what is application server? This normally we are calling like application server. What is DB? What is the DB server? What is the DB SID, right? Then what is the instance, right? So instance, what is the host here, right? CPU, memory, LAN, WAN, those things, RAM memory, CPU, central processing unit here, memory, RAM memory, network OS, so LAN, WAN, cables, Ethernets, that that synonyms, that word terminology, but this terminology is dedicated to the SAP, right? Technical terms means SID, system identification. When you are doing the SAP installation, it will ask the name. Normally, how we will give the name for the born babies. Similar way, we will give you the name for the SIDs here, SAP systems. When you're doing the SAP system, to identify that SAP system, so we have to give the one name. That name is like a 3 alpha, 3 alpha numeric characters. 3 alpha numeric characters we have to give it here. 3 alpha numeric characters here, right? Which means you are installing as per the SAP standard. So it will be like a ABC or A11, like AB1, something like that. But it should not be like first number, should not be a letter. That is not the correct one. So letter should not, sorry, number should not come here. It's a alpha numeric characters here, right? So that is the number SID we have to choose it here, right? Instance number starts with the 00 to 99. So whatever the number, any fancy number you can give to the your SAP system here. Application server. SAP is the application. If you are installing on top of the operating system, suppose if you are installing the SAP on this operating system name means this computer name is called the, this computer name is called the, so this computer name is called the, this computer name, what is the computer name? KP Gem server. This computer name is called the, so your application server name. If you install the DB also here, then this computer name is called the DB server name here, right? So DB server name. Instance means the, it so certain services means when you install the SAP, you will get the 2 instances. Means when you install the SAP, some specific services will run. The group of the specific services are called the instances. Instance means specific set of services will run on here. The specific set of services will run. Specific set of services will run on here. And host is the in the normally Windows level, normally Windows we will call it as the computer name. In the Linux we will call it as the host. The wording is same, only the synonyms are different way, synonyms here, right? So normally these things we have discussed, we will discuss throughout the SAP career. We always come to the what is the SID, what is the instance number, what is the application server name, what is the DB server name. Always in the SAP career, we'll always in our daily life we will talking about these things here. What is the SAP SID, and so what SID you have installed, what SID that person is installed, so what SID I have to connect it here, which SID is down, which SAP system is down. SAP system means SID, so this is down by identification purpose, right? How for the baby is born, then as soon as then we will give the one name, right? Naming ceremony, right? So same way here also SAP, when you are doing the installation, these things you should know. SID means that time, sir, what is this SID? New word is asking. So SID means we have to give the one name. One name we have to give. That is the 3 alpha numeric characters we have to give it. Okay, so that is the thing. The technical. Normally this will come as part of the installation here. So for the installation, we need to download the softwares. and operating system should be ready. That I will take care of today. Your access, user access provisioning, whoever updated, I seen that one. So let me check, cross check once.